was like, you know what? When I walked around the vehicle, I showed you what I saw. And I didn't show you that, which means I didn't see it. So, like, stop going back and forth. Hey vlog family, it is your girl Kim. I haven't done this in such a long time. It is Tuesday, December 19th, I think. Don't quote me on a date. I'm gonna put it over here in the corner. Y'all know how I do. Y'all probably like, girl, where you been? Where you been? Like, when I say life been, like, I've been going through stuff. So I had to just take a little bit of break. And then you guys know, like, I work in retail. So I'm like, yo, it's too much going on. So I'm like, but I'm ready to come back. So, welcome. I don't know when I'm gonna put this out, if it's gonna be the day before Christmas or in the actual New Year. Haven't quite figured it out just as yet, but y'all know I'm working out. About to get this workout in because your girl got body goals and they just not gonna get themselves. We're here to give y'all the best tour, but like I left my window down, child. This is what happens when you're not used to getting new things. Trying to do it to where I don't show. Oh, I got it from Curry Acura. I drove all the way to Scarsdale, New York, because I'm like, yo, the car only had, oh, I see some scratches I didn't see yesterday. I guess it is what it is. It's a used car. Y'all know I've been like, look at my face. It is what it is, right? I'm working on it. Like, when I say my face has been a mess since like July, I mean that. And the added stress of what was going on with my vehicle didn't help. Like, I like the red interior. Like, I feel like it makes it seem sporty. Whew, child. Not excited about this car payment, though. One thing I really like about this is the aesthetics. So, in my Civic, it was red. When I tell y'all this pictures in this video is not doing it justice, like, it's so pretty. It looks orange on video, but in person, it looks red. And it just, like, it has a lot of buttons. I was like, I don't want something that's too busy, but online the pictures don't do it justice. Now I have my Trini flag thing here because y'all know I'm Trini to the bone. I'm not gonna put a Trinidad flag in here because like the amount of space that I have in between the dash, because now it has this thing up here, this screen. Like normally I had all this extra space, so it made the front here seem bigger, but I have like 2 monitors, so because of that, I'm like, if I put anything else here, it might obstruct my view. I didn't even realize till later that it still has a CD player. Like, I feel as though a lot of cars took away a lot of things and then slowly brought them back just from me seeing other people with newer vehicles. So I have, this is the mount that I normally use. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put it. Like, right here would be the perfect angle, but obviously it would be blocking this display. Now, this display in particular, it's not touchscreen, this one is. And I'm like, do I really need it for anything? And I'll only be using while I'm vlogging. So I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to put that mount. Maybe I'll put it like somewhere here or over here. I got to figure out the logistics, but it's the details for me. Like all the little red trim. Like I always get all weather mats because let me put on the flash so y'all can see better. Can I even put on the flash? Yeah, it's still a little dirty because I've had it for a couple days now, but I always get all weather mats. I've been through this before where I didn't get all weather mats and the mats fell apart, so I just know that I need that. I'm also gonna get all weather trunk liner again for the same reason. Water spilled and over time it deteriorated and like fixing it became a problem, so I have to order one of those. I still got to put in a full alarm. I got to do a remote start because these are things that I already had in my vehicle. Got to get my windows tinted. So slowly but surely I'm going to get everything because right now I'm riding around and everybody's able to see me and I'm like, I'm not about that life. It has like heated seats. Like it still has the shifter. Like I'm a little old school. I like certain things. Like still has a manual handbrake. Like it's the simple things for me. And then, and it got red seats. Now, red is not my favorite color. One of the vehicles I looked at, I was like, oh, yo, red is nice. But when I seen this with the color of the car, which you guys would have seen by now, yo, with this red interior, like, when I tell you, let me show y'all something else, right? Like, it's giving fancy, like, fancy. Like, it still has a car charger. It does Android Auto with this USB here. So I got, like, an extra USB cable with me. Did I not put that in here yet? I sure didn't. See what happens when I start giving y'all a little tour? And it reminded me that I got to put that cable in here. You're trending. Hello, Glenn. Welcome. So if you guys recall, this is the wig that AJ custom made for me, and I had to film an update video, so I styled it. I did eventually cut the wig. If you guys haven't checked out that video, it is on my channel, so make sure you check it out. But I absolutely love this wig. Why are you looking so ready? People change that. Nobody ain't coming on my life. We're trifling. These are the bundles unraveled. They look so beautiful. This one is a little bit thinner on the ends. But that's what you expect when you get single donor bundles. But it's just a lot thinner than this one. One was sold as wavy, one was sold as curly. The vendor did say they have deeper curls. So next time I buy from them, that's what I'm going to go with. But I'm impressed so far. Just with the quality of the hair. That's most important to me. Like this, I can always sell it as a shorter length because there's a lot of short strands at the end. So not really too worried about that because the quality is there. But I obviously have to make a wig. I do intend on bleaching that wig just to test it out fully. But I will definitely keep you guys updated with that. There's a lot of things that I do like. I don't like the seats, the fact the seats are automatic. I know it's real stupid and simple. I wish it still had a key. I know, again, real stupid and simple. I have my reasons for why. It's just a lot of like things that I feel like you'd have to go back to the dealership for. I just don't like. So yeah, we gonna see how all this pans out. It's definitely a nice car. Like, would I say it's like my dream car? I like everything about it, but like the back, I don't know. Even my dad's car, I don't really like the back. Like his car is really long. This still kind of fits in my driveway with the other vehicle that I have in my driveway. So I'm not like mad at it, but I figured I would just come to you guys early morning, you know, tap in, give you guys my thoughts, show you like a little tour in the daylight, not like at night, but I like it so far. Can't complain except for the payments. I complain about that. I really wish like, I don't know what they did to my other car. I really don't. And unfortunately, I can't put more than $2,700 into it to figure it out. Because not to say like I feel like I'm throwing money away because I know I really took care of my other car. But like, yeah, it's just no one can give me a definitive answer. And every time I fix something, the problem that I brought it in for is still there. I don't like when people do that. Like that really bothers me. Like, stop fixing what you want to fix in my car and fix what I asked you to fix. Like, you know, you get something new, so you like, and don't get me wrong, like, let me just put this little lesson in here. The nostalgia of new wears off. So obviously I bought my car out of state, right? And I bought it out of state because, again, I mentioned like the miles, like it had like 8,000 less miles. And for me, in terms of like how long I keep my car, 8,000 miles difference is worth a 2-hour drive for me. Just knowing how long I'm going to keep the car. And they like kept trying to talk me into like, oh, do you want to lease? No, I don't want to lease. Like I had my last car for over 10 years. I'm not leasing the car. Like, listen, stop asking me that. Like, but like I walked around the vehicle and like when you're buying a car, because sometimes, all right, so Carfax report is great, right? But a Carfax report is not going to tell you if they didn't report an accident. So you have to like feel the car with your hand. Tip from Kim, if y'all want to take this with you, you can. But you have to feel the car. So run your hands along the sides of the car, and if you do that and you feel like like it's not lining up straight, or like let's say the hood or the trunk is like shifted a little bit more in one direction than the other, like there are some really, really great body shops out there, but they are not, when I say they are not the manufacturer of the vehicle, they sometimes can't get it like the factory can get it. So running your hand around the car will let you know if there was some sort of, even like a little minor fender bender that may not have been reported. So I did that around the car. I did it twice, right? Because I'm like, and I asked my dad, I was like, yo, does this feel like different? He's like, no, that's how. And I even, because again, he has an Acura, so I'm like, all right, it's something for me to compare because my Civic was a little bit different. And there was a long scratch to the side of the car that apparently I missed because I'm really feeling like I found some issues on the bumper, and that was like, oh no, you know, it doesn't make any sense because the bumper's plastic, it's not going to rust, not a big deal, it's also still a used car. I was like, all right, fine. So Sunday night, which is Christmas Eve, I walk around my car when I get home because I tend to do that. I'm like, you know, again, it's new, so you're like checking for everything, making sure everything's good, because people will hit your car and not say a thing. So I'm just like walking around the car checking just to make sure everything is right, and I see this long scratch at the side on the driver's side door, and I'm like, somebody hit my car and didn't say anything. And I immediately get upset because it's new. So then I had to go to my parents' house to pick up something before I had to go to New Jersey to drop something for my cousin, right? And they're like, oh no, we've had worse, and they were able to buff it out, calm down a little bit. Fast forward, the next day, Christmas Day, my cousin was over my house. You know, my cousin, the one who did like my garage, like he painted the bumper on my old car as well. So like he's really talented. I'm gonna put his information up here if you guys want to check him out. He's always booked and busy because he's that nice, right? So he's like, this was repaired before. And I was shocked, and I'm like, repaired? Well, I didn't repair it, so which means the dealership had to repair it. So then I sent them an email, right? And I do things a certain way because I want to make sure that I protect myself. So I purposely put it in writing for that reason. So I sent them an email, and I get a call back from the sales rep, and then I hate that he did this. I don't know if it's the message that he received from his manager, but on my channel here, we're going to be upfront and honest, right? And he tried to pass the blame on me. He's like, oh, well, you know, you've seen it in the pictures. And I'm like, first of all, right, the pictures that I seen, there were reflections. So you couldn't really tell, like, if some of the stuff were imperfections or if it was just a reflection from the floor, because the car is really, really shiny. It's a newer vehicle. And then he's like, but you see it. I said, he kept trying to make me say that I seen it and I didn't say anything. And I was like, you know what? When I walked around the vehicle, I showed you what I saw. And I didn't show you that, which means I didn't see it. So, like, stop going back and forth. And this is to the point where I was like, you know, can I just talk to your manager? Like, I mean, like, let's take a little bit of accountability here. This is not the bumper. That is not plastic. This is the side body of the vehicle. And it's a newer car. So if I don't get this fixed, it's going to rust. Fast forward to not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, the manager calls me back. He's like, oh, well, you know, I got to work with my body shop guys. You can bring it out here and we can fix it. In the back of my mind, I'm telling myself, why the F didn't y'all fix this before y'all gave it to me? That's one. And two, like, you know, I live in Pennsylvania, so me coming back to New York for 2 hours, and I said, it's not, coming back is not really the issue. But from just what I've seen, like, online, it's not like I come back out there and you guys will have it done in a day. Like, paint needs to dry. Like, it's real simple. It needs to dry. And it's not going to dry in one day. And he's like, oh, well, you know, we can give you a loaner car. And I'm like, yeah, but when you factor in the time to drive back and forth, that's 4 hours. 2 hours to go, 2 hours to come back home. And then gas and tolls and do the same thing. I said, and then time, it's not worth it for me to do that. Like, and you hear like all these horror stories, like, now the finance manager, I know they make money on finance, but it is what it is. The finance manager, his name is Brian, he was like the best. Like, I love his personality, upfront, honest, kept it straight with me. But like, when I call you back with the problem and they're like, oh, well, a scratch showed up 4 days. Well, no, baby, the scratch is in the picture. I just didn't see the scratch. Like, let's, you know, because now I'm looking for it when I go back to the picture. So it's like, why are you doing me like this? Like, I didn't come at you, I didn't blame anybody, I wasn't upset. But I'm like, here's what, right? I said, meet me halfway. Because by the time you factor in all the extra costs and the back and forth, it's not worth the money that I'm gonna be saving. Like, I'm like, they quoted me $1,000. He was like, oh, $1,000 is a little bit excessive. Well, that's what it costs. Like, you can't, it's not like something that you can buff out. You got to paint the door. And I said, it's not just the door, it's the piece in front of the door. He's like, oh, the fender, whatever you call it. But yeah, it's a deep scratch. Like, who wants to know that they get a new car and wintertime's coming up and I'm in a state where it snows and they throw salt on the road? Can you imagine? Like, I know they knew it was there. They chose not to fix it because of the cost. You had ample time because I emailed you guys back and forth for maybe about 2 weeks. Like, I gave you guys a deposit so you guys can hold the car. So you knew well in advance and had enough time to fix it. but that would cut into your profits. Now, I don't understand the reason why the sales rep was coming at me so hard in regards to me telling you about something that I obviously didn't point out because I didn't see, like, and telling you, hey, there's damage and I need this fixed. Like, people just, why is it so hard to take accountability? So I'm waiting for them to get back to me, so to let me know what they can offer me, and the offer better not be no lower than $500, because at the end of the day, you guys knew it was here and you had ample time to fix it, because when I first saw the car on your website, you had it for 7 days. It means you guys had at least a week before I reached out to you guys, and then plus an additional 2 weeks, give or take, maybe like 10 days, something like that, to fix it. So you had almost 3 weeks to fix this scratch, because it ain't no way, if you buffed this car out with wax the way you did, that you missed that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, ain't no way. So to try to put it on me for something that you guys knew was there, they never denied the scratch. That's the other thing too. Like, I'm just irritated that people don't take accountability. So that's like my little rant. Other than that, like, I do like everything about it. I think I'll grow to love it. It's not my Civic. To wrap the vlog up, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who support me. Like, I don't think I realize sometimes how ungrateful I come across. So for the people who religiously watch my videos, not just hair content, I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. I know sometimes my content isn't like the most entertaining, but you still watch to support me, and that means so much to me. The other thing that I want to not do any longer is stop doubting myself. I don't think I realize how far I've come, and like physically, y'all know I suffer with like BDD. I self-diagnose myself because I like to do that. But I just don't give myself enough credit for how hard I work and how far I've come in my postpartum journey. And like, when I look at it, like, there was no snapback. Y'all have seen me from the very beginning after I had my baby. Once I was cleared to work out, y'all seen me working out. So y'all know for a fact, like, it wasn't no snapback. It was hard work, still hard work, because the stomach is just not where I want it to be. But I gotta appreciate how far I came. So that wraps up this vlog. Happy New Year, happy holidays. I will see you guys in 2024.